What's up?
Nothing.
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 There's nothing happening here.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
What is going on, guys? It's Sunday. This is our Sunday live haul. It's about 1,000 degrees outside in Vegas. Luckily, we have
It's
some
hotter
AC.
than the surface of the sun right
now. I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you right there, but it's close. It's real close. Degree or two.
Look at my sunburn here. You can see my line. My line from where I put like SPF 40 moisturizer on my face.
Yeah. Well, plus, like, I purposely, like, when we went and did a little staycation. We'll get more into that later. But when I go out in the sun, if like we're at the pool, not just out and about, I will purposely not have my sunglasses on. And now I'll wear like SPF, like, I don't know, 15 or 20, whatever it is. But I don't want to have those lines. And then you can't tell as much right now.
You can't tell because I'm kind of blowing out from the windows that's in front of me.
Like her nose is red and then it's like white.
You can see it right here. You can see the line on my nose kind of from my sunglasses. Now I have a pretty good tan. I'm not going to lie. Like this is some good color for me, right? I'm a very, very white girl. Been out in the sun quite a bit this summer.
It was crazy hot. We went and did a staycation because we had a free night at Red Rock, which is one of the local casinos. It's really nice. And it's only about 14 minutes away from our house. So we decided to go there.
And it's not on the strip with all the tourists, by the way. So it's a huge difference.
So we wanted to do a pool day, or 2 pool days, actually. And we were out there. I don't even think we were there for 2 hours. I think maybe an hour and a half. And it was so blazing hot, more than usual, it felt like.
I feel like the sun was a lot stronger this time. I got super burnt, and I don't burn that often out here at all. And we were like, I can't do day 2 in the pool in the sun. It's just too much. Too much.
But
yeah, you guys, we'll talk about the other part of the staycation shortly. I see a few of you in the comments, obviously Facebook friends, or you follow me on Instagram and you saw, because I did talk about it. But we'll talk about it a little bit. But
for sure. But we had a really good time, a nice little staycation, and we had a lot of fun.
It was nice rooms. I definitely will want to stay there again. And the nice thing is, like, hey, like,
let me tell you, the off-strip casinos here are so much better. You don't have to go on the strip. And Red Rock especially, it's like we live pretty much right off of the freeway. And it like we basically just have to drive up it about 10 miles and then it's right off the freeway. So it's like there's no driving on the strip, there's no dealing with traffic. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Mikey Bags of Money says we need a new line item for hand pays. But yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, it's Sunday. First of all, I want to say we didn't have a show last week. We have a show today, but we're definitely
not going to have shows for quite a while.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sorry.
We are not going to have a show next week. Vicky's going to be out of town at camp, and we won't have a show the week after that because
I'll still be out of town.
She'll still be out of town. She gets back like that night. So at the very least, the next 2 weeks. But then we have like a lot of stuff going on, and then she's going back out of town. It might be the weekend after that, right? I don't know. Is it the next weekend that you're going to California?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to let you know.
And then we come back and I'm going in for surgery.
Yeah. So.
And I'm going to be out of commission for at least a couple weeks for our show.
But I don't know. I could prop you up and just use
we could definitely do a show with me high on painkillers. That could be interesting. I don't know what the hell's going to come out of my mouth, but sure. I mean,
yeah.
Whatevs.
So anyway, the schedule is going to be kind of all over the place for the near future. So just know that for the next couple of weeks. But I will say one of the things is while she's gone, because she leaves this next Thursday and she's going to be gone for 10 days. So the whole week after that, she's not going to be here. And so I think I mentioned it last show, but I'm going to mention it again and I'll be posting about it later. I am taking on the endeavor of doing 5 Whatnot shows in a row, Monday through Friday Whatnot shows. And I'm going to be doing themed days every single day. I think I'm going to do it at noon. So every day at noon, I'm going to be doing a different Whatnot show, culminating in a bigger show on Friday. And I'm hoping I'm thinking about getting having a really big t-shirt prize for the Friday, but we'll see.
So pay attention to like Instagram and in the Facebook group. I know Katy will talk about it a bit. I'm just going to get this out of the way and answer the questions. It's not a big secret. I'm totally fine. I'm not, it's an elective surgery. I'm having a breast reduction. That's it. It's not, but it is major surgery. It is reconstructive surgery. So, I'm going to be out of commission for at least a couple of weeks. 6 weeks I can't lift anything, so Katie's gonna love shipping for me forever, basically. But I'll be able to be at home and work and stuff like that. I just can't. I don't know how much pain I'm gonna be in for how long. Could be just a few days, could be a full week or two that I'm not feeling great. So we'll see.
But so with we're going to talk about her win later, but her surgery is like out of pocket. That win is going to pay for like half of it. So really, really good fortune. But not money that we get to go blow it on a big.
I know vacation. Nothing, not a fun fancy. It's not a fun reason for that we're going to get to spend this money on. My surgery is $20,000 out of pocket. So we'll talk about it in a second. But the $10,000 jackpot win is just going to the doctor.
So other news. Boss Reseller Remix. The tickets are on sale for that. All the links are down below. The link to the website, the link to the ticket sales. Let us know in the chat if you've already gotten your ticket and if you're excited about going. It's going to be super fun. We keep coming
Ticket sales are definitely going strong.
We keep coming up with new ideas and new stuff that we want to do to make it really fun. I don't know if it was Teresa who came up with this. We have like a little chat. But basically doing like a thrifted outfit contest. So that's going to be something we're going to do for the Fremont night. We do a Fremont night for anyone who hasn't gone before, where we all meet up at Container Park and do like a Fremont street crawl. And so this year we're going to add, it's like you can wear whatever you want, but we're going to have like a prize that we're going to give out that night for the best thrifted outfit. Now we're talking like fun thrifted, not just like I got these Levi's at the thrift store and I got this t-shirt. No, we want something cool, we want something or fun or silly.
Cool, fun, silly, gaudy, ugly, stupid, ridiculous, all of those adjectives, all the superlative adjectives. I don't want your basic thrifted shit. Like you got to come. No, you got to come strong. You got to come strong.
It's got to be something fun.
We're gonna have a prize, and you're not gonna get a prize for some basic.
I don't know. Maybe you thrifted like a ball gown and you go like dressed to the nines. Like that's something. But
that's fun.
If it's just like a pair of Levi's and a t-shirt, a graphic t-shirt, like whatever, you're just not gonna win. So, but it should be really fun. So think about that while you're out hitting thrift stores. Find some fun, cool, crazy stuff. Some crazy combos that you can wear for that night. That's the Wednesday night, and it's gonna be super,
exactly.
Super
I don't know, Sandra, that jacket you were rocking last year with those shades. I'm not so sure you're gonna be able to beat that because that was a fit. That fit slapped, as the kids say.
Why are you taking my cool young kid lingo away from me? You're too old for that.
I am. So are you. Nice try.
Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Kelly says can't wait. So tickets are still on sale. We've definitely sold a lot of them, but there are some still available. But please make sure that you don't miss out. And for anyone who's asked before, there are some virtual options. There's a couple of virtual options. So just go ahead and go to the link down below, and you can check out what there is and what the price points are. But it is going to be super, super, super fun time. And we're really excited about it. We can't wait.
I know. And we keep as we, advertise and talk about the different people that are coming and speaking and what they're speaking about, their topics and things like that. And we start doing, Katy and Teresa and myself start doing more of our friends' YouTube channels and advertising through them, and they start advertising. You guys do know these tickets are going to go. I mean, we're kind of a baby channel, and you guys are super loyal, viewers and friends, and we love you. But they have much bigger channels. So the good thing is that we wanted to make sure that you guys had first dibs at getting good tickets. You're our people. You're our boss people. But I do know that it's going to bring a lot more people in that are not part of our inside, our smaller group, which is a good thing. We want new people, obviously. But if you're on the fence or you've been thinking about getting your ticket, I wouldn't wait because
it's going to be so much fun.
We do have a capacity issue. So, the tickets are limited for a reason. Okay. Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. And and I also wanted to bring up, I had done a post on the Boss Reseller Remix.
While you're looking up that, I just want to answer Allison's question. Allison, it's a plastic surgeon, so they don't discount. They don't care. Yeah. They don't even deal with insurance companies.
All right. So I just posted the other day about one of our speakers, Jess Oman, and she just launched her new podcast. It's called The Business of Reselling. I'll try to remember to add the link to it's on, you can find it like on iTunes and all the different places, but you can also listen to it through YouTube. So I'll post that link down below. I forgot to do it. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because I think that her session is going to be really, really, really good. Here's the thing. She has her MBA. She, in the past, was a professor and taught at college, and I think she taught high school too. And she's also a reseller. And so she's going to be doing, her session is going to be all about upscaling your business. But the reason I wanted to point her out, and I want you guys to listen to her first episode of her podcast, is because it's so good. And it's like,
it gives you a preview of what you're going to, the style of what you're going to hear.
But it's not, well, but beyond that, beyond the remix, it's not just like, oh, here's another reseller telling a story or talking on YouTube or even with a podcast. This is like you're listening to an educator give a lecture, not even just a lecture, but just it's more conversational, but you are learning some real shit. Like she has a business background.
She has solid business advice.
She's presenting her topics with like links to newspaper articles and studies and things like that. So if you are wanting to like really get an education and like the business of reselling, you definitely, what are you pointing at? You definitely want to check it out, because seriously, it is, when I listened to it, I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to see her speak. And I cannot wait for more of the podcast episodes to come out.
Right. I think Jill is right. Jill, it's not, even though it's business and not meant to be just entertainment, it was absolutely not boring or dry.
No.
She had great delivery. So, and I don't say that often. You guys know I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I just can't. I mean, God, I love and support all of my friends that produce content. It's the most I can do, to freaking scroll Instagram and occasionally TikTok, honestly. Speaking of TikTok, Gorgeous is in the chat. Jess, good to see you in there.
Yeah.
She is a TikTok person you should be following. She is hilarious. She was funny starting with her reels early on Instagram. And she's funny on TikTok. She's all reseller content, mostly reseller content, and just really funny.
Very cool. We like funny. But just to wrap up really quick with Jess Oman, it's like if you ever wanted to take like a college course, a very accessible college course on reselling and the business behind it, and also follow a reseller they're trying to get to, I think, $1 million a year. You definitely want to check out the business of reselling, because it is seriously so good.
It's good. It's good. I'm actually really looking forward to her content at the remix, and everyone submits their content to us prior. So we actually create most of the questions and the content questions, unless someone's creating a presentation, but we screen everything before the event itself. And I am actually not even going to do that. I want Katy to screen hers, because I don't want, I'm not going to do it, because I don't want to know. I want to see her presentation and absorb it firsthand that way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let Katy screen her stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm not even worried about it because of her background and everything like that. But anyway, all right, let's get into the show here. Good to see all you guys. Howdy, Patty. I see you there in the chat. We're really excited about today's show. I don't know. I don't know how excited we are. We've got how excited we are. We've got some okay numbers. We've got some mediocrely okay sales. And I do think we have some fun stuff to show in the hall. I was thinking that like I hadn't gone sourcing this week, and then I remembered we didn't do our show last week, and I did either earlier this week or last weekend. I did go to Yesterday's Fits and pick up some stuff, so I actually do have some cool things to show. I was thinking like I had nothing, and I was going to have to go back through some stuff that isn't very exciting, but I actually do have some cool t-shirts. Anyway, so do you want to go ahead and jump into this? All right, guys.
Talk about our numbers first.
You know how this goes. We break the show up into 3 parts. The first part, we look at our numbers for the last week, our gross sales across all of our different platforms, and break down some of the fees, the costs, shipping, etc., and most importantly, our cost of goods. The middle part of the show, we look at some of our sales highlights from the last week. We're actually going to be looking at some stuff from the last 2 weeks, since we didn't have a show last week. Just stuff that we think is interesting or really good sales or educational or whatever. And then the last part, we look at stuff that we picked up in the last week, which you've got a little bit. You've even got some hard goods.
I do. I have mostly hard goods to show today.
What
about 50-50?
You've even got some t-shirts.
I do.
What's up with that?
I do.
All right, so let's go ahead and share the screen here, and we will start with my numbers.
And we both have whatnot sales to talk about this week.
What? Yeah, mine. I mean, I didn't have like a great whatnot sale, but to be honest, when I had my sale, I knew it was kind of pretty basic stuff. I wasn't expecting to make a lot. So for that part, it was all right. But I had between eBay and whatnot, I had 60 sales. 47 of those were whatnot. So you do the math. 13 things sold on eBay. eBay is just breaking my heart these days. I don't. Honestly,
eBay sucks Mikey's sack lately. Let's just say it. Let's just say it. eBay's come on now.
Yeah, but eBay, honestly, my sales on my sales on eBay for the last 30 days are the worst they've been since I very first started on selling on eBay. Before I even had 1,000 listings. So it's real bad. Now, it's okay because I'm selling on some of the other platforms, but it still makes me go, what is happening? I mean, I get the stuff about the economy. I get all that stuff. But when I'm not seeing the same crazy decrease on my other platforms, like, yes, the other platforms are down a little, but not to the extent that eBay is.
Yeah, I agree.
Between Etsy and Thrilling, 12
I think all the buyers on eBay are dead and they've all gone to the newer platforms. All of our eBay buyers were old. They're all dead.
Here's the thing. I got a message yesterday. I don't know if she's in the chat. I got a message yesterday from Deb, and she's like, hey, do you still have that Speedo shark t-shirt? And I went and looked in my inventory. I'm like, yeah, I still have it. It's live. And she's like, well, I can't find it. And so I sent her the link. She's like, I was searching specifically in your store, shark, Speedo, and it wasn't coming up. So my stuff is not even showing up. Now, is all of it not showing up? Obviously, I'm having some sales, but somebody specifically looking for something with the right keywords
in your store,
in my store, cannot find it. So I don't think it's just about the economy or just about buyers. I think there's something seriously wrong with whatever's going on in eBay search, and it's really frustrating. But thankfully, I have these other platforms. So 12 sales on Etsy and Thrilling. 7 of those are in Thrilling. I mean, Thrilling's been, I'm not making crazy amounts there, but I had sent in like a new CSV file, and they got a bunch of new stuff, like a couple hundred new listings added. And I'm definitely seeing stuff sell and not just stuff that I just listed. Nothing on Instagram. And then Mercari's been dead for me for a few weeks. It's been real dead. I haven't sold on there for this month at all, this last month. 2 on Grailed. So total outgoing orders, 74. eBay and Whatnot together, 1,335, 440. Yeah. 440 of that is Whatnot. So my goal for that show, I know my goal for that show was 500, because I knew that like the stuff I had was pretty low level, mediocre. I mean, I had a few really good things that did sell for a little more, but I had a lot that was just kind of okay. So my goal was 500. I hit 440, so it was okay. I don't really want to ever do that low level of a show again, but Etsy and Thrilling, $830.28 total. Almost 500 of that was on Thrilling. I've definitely, like, I have 4 things to ship out tomorrow on Thrilling for the weekend, which is pretty good, which is more sales than I've had this weekend on eBay, guys.
Ugh.
On eBay.
That's disgusting.
I literally have 2 things to ship out on eBay. It's nuts. Nothing on Instagram. And again, I only had sales on Grailed.
I think the t-shirt bros are just not on eBay anymore. They're not buying from you.
I don't think they can't find shit. I don't know. Anyway, $96 on Grailed. And so my total gross sales, I mean, at least I got over $2,261.28. Shipping $79.71. And you can see the breakdown of all the fees there. And then my cost of goods somewhere around $440. I think it was like $235 before I added in Whatnot. I just said $200, even though I honestly probably didn't even spend $200 on the stuff that I sold on Whatnot. I probably spent more like $100. So that cost of goods is actually pretty inflated. Net total sales, $1,486.39. Now you can see the Whatnot really drags my average sale price down. But I do have
mine too.
Yeah. I do have over here. This is what it was before I calculated in my Whatnot sales. So 67.46. I like to hit 70 and above. So even that's like a little bit low, but you know, slim pickings these days. But with Whatnot, $30.56, which is definitely way low.
Way down.
Way low. All right. But I'm thinking about some different ways that I can change how I do my Whatnot shows. So it's going to be interesting to see what my 5 days says. I'm going to call it like 5 days to 1,000 followers is my hope.
Here's the thing. I think Whatnot is a brand new baby platform. I think the majority of the people that are buying and selling on Whatnot are resellers right now. So unless there's an awful lot of like higher end t-shirt streetwear collectors, and those are the people that are buying from people like Ryan and Allie, because their average sale price on those shows is like 300 plus.
That's crazy.
So and they have a huge following and a huge audience, and they've worked really hard to achieve that. So I think that the bigger your audience, the greater number of people you're going to have in your live shows, because you're going to be able to advertise. That's going to drive your average ticket price up. But it does all come down to whether you have quality merchandise or not.
Right.
Period. And I think Whatnot is going to is only going to grow as the advertising grows, as the audience grows. I'm lucky and happy to be on the beginning stages of a new platform,
right?
Because they're interested in our input,
right?
Like I had my first Whatnot show, and I'll talk about it in a second, this past week. And it's not even my thing. Like, there's not a lot of vintage women's clothing on there. There's not a lot of vintage women's clothing sellers. And I came onto the platform because they asked me to do a show, because they're one of our sponsors for the Boss Reseller Remix. And Katy has a rapport with them. So they approved me right away, and they asked me to come on and do a show, and they offered a couple of things.
Yeah,
to
I think
help.
Allie talked you up a lot.
And Allie talked me up a lot too. And I appreciate you guys coming out, by the way. I had well over 100 viewers in my first show at all the times. And they weren't all you guys. Some of it was just people brought in from Ryan and Allie. Some were strangers. I did sell stuff to people I didn't know. But I appreciate the fact that they're willing to have these conversations with people, and they're trying to help people in the community get started. And, I have a conversation happening with Jack from Whatnot later on this week. And he heads up the fashion vertical, and he wants to know how my show went. Like, he went and looked. He's like, but he wants to know, like, my thoughts about it, how it went. And he wants to dissect the show. And I appreciate that they care enough about me as a small time seller, wanting to know, I might be a small time seller on Whatnot, but I'm an experienced seller in general. So I appreciate that they want that feedback.
Absolutely. Angel also says that you look totally hot on Whatnot. Wait, not that face.
What up? Hey, I tried. No, what I did is I did a theme. I did all 90s. For those of you that didn't see it, I did 90s. So I dressed the part, did the makeup and the hair, the part a little bit. And it's fun. So I'm going to continue to do a theme. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'll be able to do my next show until after probably mid to late August, mid-August. And that's going to be a 70s theme.
Yeah, for sure. All right. You want to look at your numbers now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on a second here. Nabbit. All right.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. So I had 30 sales on eBay. Still crap. Just going to say. I went from having 50 to 55 sales a week on eBay to 30 is a good week. In the past year, really, this last year has been shit on eBay. So I had 5 on Etsy, 4 on Thrilling for a total of 9. I did 12 on Poshmark, which was a little bit low. And then I had 1 order on Macari and 44 on
Okay, that should be
Whatnot.
0. I'm like, these numbers don't add up.
Nope. Should be 1. I did have 1 on Facebook too. So it should be 46 actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be 97 total orders for the week. So eBay sales of 2,078, 425 between Etsy and Thrilling. I had nothing on Depop, 515 on Poshmark. So between Whatnot, Macari, and Facebook, I did 1,058. I had a tiny Macari sale, like $20, and a $40 sale on Facebook. So I did $9.99 on
I think
Whatnot.
you did great.
So my first sale, I did $1,000. So 4,076 for my total for the week. $217 in shipping. What I love about Whatnot is how easy their shipping is. Oh my Lord, baby Jesus, that's the best part. So shipping, which means I only pay shipping on Etsy and on eBay. Poshmark, obviously the buyer pays for it. You get your labels. Same thing on Whatnot, but much easier. Then I have a breakdown of the fees. eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Macari is about the same as Whatnot, so it's kind of on that same line. My cost of goods, $388, which was a little bit high because I did sell quite a few items that I had paid up a little bit for this week. I went into my first Whatnot with some really good pieces. I didn't want to just throw the junk out like a lot of people do. So my total net sales over 2,900 for the week. I'm happy with that.
It's pretty good.
My gross average sale price is low because my Whatnot numbers were low, my average sale price. So, but overall, money in my pocket.
Yep.
It was good.
Absolutely. All right.
Kelly, Katy, and Vikki. No, that's no Katy. That's Vikki. That's my money.
I'm sorry.
My win.
Excuse me.
We do not commingle finances.
Listen, I pushed the button.
You did.
I pushed the button, guys.
You did on that particular spin.
I was responsible for it, clearly. All right. So speaking of, let's go ahead and look at our sales highlights for the last week. Let me go back and share it. What do you got right here? What's this fancy thing?
So I wouldn't normally show this, but this is, I picked up 7 of these at a garage sale for $1 a piece well over a year ago. And I didn't sell them for crap. They just sat there. I don't usually sell Avon, but discontinued scents are a different thing. I wasn't trying to sell the Avon decorative bottles.
Avon lady.
Yeah, Avon lady. So I got an offer on these because I had one buyer offer me $30 for all 7 of them. So I was perfectly happy to sell them at $30 a piece for all 7. So $210 out of 7, from $7.
Nice.
That was a nice sale. The buyer went and hurried up and paid before I could even calculate and discount shipping for him. So I went, F it. He knew what he was offering.
Yep.
So he paid like $48 in shipping, and it went one state over. It cost me $9. Yeah. So I actually made out better. I made about $250.
Nice.
I don't ever refund shipping. If a buyer, chooses to do something like that, it's on them. They knew what price.
Yeah, they ask ahead of time or whatever, then fine.
I would have absolutely given a discount in shipping. That's crazy, but they didn't ask for it. They paid it. I'm good.
Yep.
All right, what else?
All right. First one for me. So this one, not a huge sale, but I wanted to show it because it is the first thing I sold from the little stack of vintage shirts that Kara gave me when we were in Florida. And I had just listed it. I seriously sold it within a few days of when I listed it. And
That's
honestly,
great.
It's like a tank top. Tank tops don't move as fast. It's such a weird, it's just, it's highway concrete. I mean, it's from like Massachusetts. And also I think it went to
a fun graphic.
It went to Canada too.
What the hell?
They paid $48.99 plus shipping, and it went to Canada. And I was like, heck yeah, man. And so it sold super fast. I definitely did not underprice it. It just happened to find the right person at the right time, and they were willing to buy it. So I was just excited about that. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Kara that I sold the first thing from those. So my cost was $0.
Well, she was watching my show, and I sold my first thing out of the things that she had given me on Whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Tweety Bird overalls. Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Okay. Next one up for you.
Just another thing, like,
Whee!
don't, I know,
Whee!
every time. Whee! Just another thing, make sure that you are listing off-season items, or what items are considered off-season year-round. Don't wait till Christmas time to list your Christmas shit. Christmas sells year-round. Don't wait until Halloween to list your Halloween stuff. And do not wait until winter in wherever you live to sell winter things, because it is 110 flipping degrees here in Las Vegas. And these sold within a couple of weeks of being listed. They were a bins find, so I paid maybe $2 to $3 for them.
Nice.
And they sold for $78.
Deb says that they're watching us on one screen and Ghoulies 2 on another. Interesting mix.
He's cuter.
I approve for sure, Deb. So
Ghoulies freaks me out. I'm sorry.
Carry on. You don't like little things coming up out of your toilet?
No, it's always freaked me out because of that reason.
All right. Anything else on your ski pants?
No, they were just really cool ski pants. Actually, they're nice fitted ones from the 70s. They've got a V-neck. They're not super boxy. So I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're like a very like Kelly green.
Nice. I like them. All right. Next up, Yabba Dabba Doo. Now this shirt, I believe I paid $40 for, and they actually bought 2 shirts from me, and I'll show the other one in a little bit. So they sent offers for 2 different shirts, and partly because they were buying another thing, and also because I just needed to make some money. They offered me $100 on this one, and I was like, yep, I'll take it. I paid like $40, like I said, and I just needed to get some sales because, as you've seen, my eBay sales are looking rough, and I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and do a relatively quick flip on this one. And so I was happy, but I always pick up Flintstone stuff. I like it, and this is a really cool all-over print Flintstones t-shirt. It's really cute. It's got lots of great stuff going on. So I'm a fan. All right, next up for you.
It was busy. So this is another thing. I talk about this brand here and there. I paid about $10 for this. These were dead stock. And I purchased 3 or 4 of them at once with the tags. They were all larger sized, large, 2X and 3X, I think. These super fancy Lawrence Kazar silk beaded old lady dinner jackets, right? This is very South Beach old lady. But guess what? People underprice this brand all the flippin' time. If you look, it's a slow seller, yes, but it is a very high quality and they were expensive. The tag says $80. I sold it for $101.
Nice.
Because look at the tag. The tag was from Filene's, I think. It looks like an old Filene's tag. Anyway,
You're that like
they
Montgomery Ward.
They don't make this, these tags anymore. So, price these things high. They're going to sell. If they're a nice pattern, if they're pretty, if whatever, they're going to sell. They're heavy. Yes. This weighs about 3 to 4 pounds of, it's super heavy, but I'm sorry. They don't need to be priced at $25 because you're trying to blow the shit out. Stop underpricing and racing to the bottom.
Stop blowing shit out. Yeah. All right. Next up for me, this Tom Petty shirt. I picked this up when we were in Boston, when we went and did some thrift shopping with Diane and Trish, Super Sale Trish. And they took me to this cool place that had like a bunch of different little shops in it. And Diane took me up to like way back. It's like way hidden back in the corner. This shop that had like vintage t-shirts. And this one was on the wall. And I think he had it priced at $80, I think. And I was like, would you take offers? And he's like, yeah, how much do you want to pay for it? And I said, would you take 50? And he said, yeah, sure. And so I paid 50 for it. And then somebody made an offer for 110. And I'm like, I'll do it. Because I literally just listed this like within the last month. And again, need to bring in some money. So paid 50 for it, sold it for 110. And also, speaking of Super Sale Trish,
another funny TikTok.
Okay, her Super Sale Trish and Liz, Colorado Reworn, Liz who's in the chat. So they are teaming up to do a session about social media, especially around like TikTok and Instagram and doing reels. Seriously, you need to go make sure you're following them both on TikTok and on Instagram. But Trish put up the most hilarious reel this last week.
A tussle. I can't.
It's a story about.
I must have watched it 10 times, and I laughed so hard I'm crying every time.
But her story about a tussle. What was it?
A tussle at the bins.
No, a what?
A tussle.
A tussle at the bins. It's pretty funny. But you should be following both of them. They both put out great reels and TikToks and whatnot. So lots of fun.
Wear your Depends to their session because between the two of them, I'm not sure. Like, we were very, very purposeful in choosing two women that do not have millions and millions of TikTok and YouTube followers and Instagram followers for a reason. They are real life, everyday, average resellers. And I don't mean that as an insult, Liz. So rude. Just like us, like every day, like trying to figure out how to do the social media shit and make it work and add to their business and add to drawing business into their stores and branding yourself. So I think that watching someone coming at this from your same viewpoint and learning how to build it from somebody who is actively doing it, as well as like very basic, they're going to teach us how to create a reel, how to market it, how to tag it, how to do all of that stuff that I don't freaking know how to do.
Liz says her funniest reel is of Danica. Yeah, that was from In the Bins too. It was ridiculous.
Oh, Danica running around in the Fox onesie with the scabies inside of it, for God's sake.
Diane, you're right. This t-shirt, it was on the second floor. It was like this weird building that had you had to like walk down like this maze of hallways to get to this. I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to make it out. But it was a cool shirt. Yeah. And Danica says that her brother had Boglins puppets. And after she watched Ghoulies, she buried him in a field. All right. So let's go on to the next one for you. What you got?
So these were given to me when we moved by Katy, of all people. So Katy decided that she didn't want to do any shoes anymore. So she had a bunch that she had listed. Yeah. She had a bunch that she had listed, and they fell off of eBay. They weren't listed anymore. And I took a handful of the best ones, and the rest we gave to another.
Which then I got into Whatnot. And I'm like, I could have done like a couple of shows. I know, right? On Whatnot, but whatever.
Sorry,
you sold some stuff.
I didn't. Hey, tough titties. Too late now. No takesies, dacksies. So I actually took an offer for these for $95, which is great because I didn't pay anything for them. But I'm a little irritated because they are being they're sent to the authentication division of eBay, even though they sold for under $100.
Yeah, but they're priced for 100 or
and
up.
Instead of being sent to the Las Vegas authentication division, which is right here, and it would have been cheaper for me to ship, they're being sent to New York, which irritates the frig out of me.
Well, yeah, because it's gonna their shoes
now I've got to send
in their box, which means they're pretty bulky.
Yeah, so which means it's going to cost me twice as much to send. So irritating.
Yeah. But they're cool shoes. But I picked these up in Oregon, you guys. So I'm over it. I've passed them on to Vikki. Now she's making some money. So there you go.
Yeah, is Trish in the chat here?
I don't know. I didn't see her. I didn't see her.
All right, Liz, that's totally stupid. I'm totally going to be having this conversation about that. So
yeah. No, it doesn't matter about it. It's what they're listed at, Jamie. It's so she had them listed over $100. So I think it's any shoes listed for 100 or more, they're automatically put into that program. And so it doesn't matter if you take a lower offer, it's already in the program. So yeah, it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah, those are pretty big. A men's size 12, Paula. I mean, that'd be like you could put both feet in one shoe, I suppose. So
yeah. You didn't delete those listings, did you?
I may have. I'll take a look.
Vikki deletes all of her listings. She hadn't because she needed to be able to pull them. So we'll see if she might still have the pictures up, but it just depends because you're one of those deleters.
I do. I delete everything. It's how I keep stuff organized because there's so many platforms.
Yeah. Okay. Next up. So this shirt I sold to the same guy who bought the Yabba Dabba Doo Flintstones t-shirt. He made an offer for $150. I've had this shirt for quite a while. Another one I got from yesterday's fits. I paid like $40 for it, but I did price it high. And but I think he made an offer for $150. So he offered $150 for this one, $100 for the Flintstones one at the same time. I didn't want to bother counter offering and then ending up not making a sale. I was fine with making $250 on 2 t-shirts. But this is just a really cool. I really like this shirt a lot.
It is a cool one.
Yeah, I like it.
Very cool.
So yeah, nothing really to say about it other than it's a cool vintage band tee, and I made some money.
Yeah, I'm looking at, so Susie said, in that case, I might have changed the price versus accepting the offer. Had I known that was the case, I would have done that. I would have.
Yeah.
But I did not know that. And honestly, even if I had known it, I would have assumed that it was going to the authentication here in Las Vegas, which would have not been a problem. The fact that it's going to New York for some odd reason when I live here is the part that's annoying the crap out of me. It makes no sense.
For sure. I don't know that you can just change the price. I don't know if it's like triggered once you list it, and I don't know if that removes it.
I don't know.
Who knows? If that would be worth the
I
effort.
guess it'd be worth asking the head of the authentication division at the Reseller Remix.
That's
she will
right.
be there.
She will
but
be there.
I do have a Zoom call with her in another couple of weeks to follow up anyway.
Yeah.
So I might just bring that up.
You will. You know it.
I will, because I'm that bitch.
All right.
Sure.
What do you got here?
So this actually sold internationally. I picked this up for $1. $1, maybe even less. And a huge buyout back in St. George, Utah. I was with Sally, our friends Sally and Rudy pointed me out, and we drove, Corey and I drove out there, filled up 2 SUVs full of stuff for a ridiculously inexpensive amount of money. So, I mean, maybe $1. So I've had this listed for about maybe a year. Vintage stuff takes a while to list.
You made your money back a long time
ago. I made my money back times 10 a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I took an offer for this for $95, and it sold internationally. It is a beautiful dress, but vintage takes a long time to sell. And this is just a very, very beautiful detailed dress. You can tell by the photos. And it's tiny, of course, as most vintage is.
Mm-hmm.
It was really pretty.
Really pretty. All right. Next up for me is this really cool Chinatown t-shirt. Super cool because it's Chinatown.
That's, by the way, that's me too. 1975, the year of the hare. That's not, I mean, I'm a rabbit sign.
Well, this one is for 1987. Okay. It's not all about you, Victoria.
Yes, it is.
Anywho, I just think this is really cool because it's an 80s t-shirt. It's Chinatown, but it's also Chinatown in San Francisco, which other than New York, I mean, those are kind of the 2 most popular of the Chinatowns, probably San Francisco over New York. And I actually bought this on Whatnot, and I paid, I don't remember if it was either like 10, maybe 15 with like fees and shipping and whatever. But I paid like at the most $15 because I just knew it was a really cool shirt, and I had it listed. And it's funny because this guy contacted me and he's like, I know you have, I know this is kind of low, but would you take $50 for this? And I was like, no. And then I was like, he was international. So I was like, well, the lowest I would go, I think I said 75 is what I said. And so then it's like, seriously, we went back and forth 500 times because he would not stop. And he was in Finland or some other country. He was trying to avoid having to pay any kind of fees. So he was like, can I pay 60 here? Or no, can I pay 15 here and then 60 on PayPal? Okay, can you do it in like can you like list two different things on here? So he basically was trying to figure out a way to like not have to pay anything. And I'm like, first of all, like, it's not that hard to find me on Instagram. I'm the same freaking name everywhere. Like if somebody approached me on Instagram and said, hey, would you take a lower price so I can buy it directly from you? I'd say absolutely. But once you start asking me on the platform and the messaging on the platform, I'm not going to budge. And he was wanting me to jump through all these crazy hoops to try and sell him this stupid t-shirt. And he was like, why do you even care? LOL. Why do you even care? Why does it even matter? And I'm like,
because it's my business.
I know.
Fuck off.
It was just out of control. But one of the interesting things that came out of the conversation is he was like, are you on Depop? Because I see this listed on Depop too. Same pictures. And I'm like, aha. So guys, you know how I always get these sales on eBay where it's like a drop shipper, but they say like, this is a gift. Please don't include any packaging, blah, blah, blah. So I finally found at least one account on Depop that does this. When you look at their listings, you can tell it's like a collection of like a bazillion different sellers because all the pictures are in different styles and they just jack up the prices. And listen, seriously, I don't care. Vikki thinks it's awful. I don't care. If they want to sell my shit, go for it. But I finally found it because this guy said this. Very long story, not so very short. I sold this a few days after this guy was messaging me and being so freaking annoying. I sold it for my full price, on sale price of $89.99. And I was like, suck it, dude, from Finland. Get off my back. Eat shit.
Exactly like that.
Yep.
Tammy, I'm sorry. Tammy, I'm so sorry that you were in the ER. I hope you're doing better. We did not do a YouTube with the whatnot. I probably should have streamed it simultaneously. Maybe next time we will. It was just enough for me to try because we co-streamed with Ryan and Allie Roots. It was hard enough to try and handle 3 different devices as opposed to trying to stream it on YouTube as well. Maybe next time. Next time. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that you probably want to run that by your IT department first. If they want to take that on.
Do you want to take that on?
And if they want to add on a whole nother streaming,
do you want to add on
a whole nother streaming device and uploading? And because we were having issues, I don't know if you remember this. So do you want to further strain?
No, not necessarily
the internet.
The issues that we were having is, I think, because of the co-stream. I think Whatnot, even though you're using internet to do that, I think the Whatnot platform cannot handle the co-stream well because they had issues too.
Yeah, for sure. Gail, the Depop dropshipper. No, he's basically taking my listings, and not all my listings. I just found a handful here and there dispersed amongst a bunch of other resellers' listings. So like, for instance, I sold a Jesus t-shirt a month ago for $97.99. That was my asking price. I got $97.99. I'm happy. When I found his thing, I was able to look at his solds, and he had sold it for like $130. So basically they buy from him on Depop. He immediately buys it from me, and then I ship it directly to his buyer. So there's probably not any time delay. In fact, I'm super fast with my shipping, so it was all good. I really honestly don't care. If he can make more money off of my stuff, I really don't care. I'm not on Depop.
Oh, I care.
I would care if I was on Depop. I'm not on Depop, so I don't give a shit.
I care. I think it's being a lazy reseller. I think it is the same way that people create affiliate links based on other people's products, unless it's a mass-produced product like, Pledge wipes or something.
I don't care.
I think it's bullshit.
I'm not on the platform. I don't care. And he's not undercutting me. If somebody was stealing, now what I have a problem with is when people steal my pictures and do shitty reprints, and they're using the exact same photo and they have it on 5 different websites for $24.99 for a t-shirt. I have it for $100. Like, that bothers me because then it makes it look like I'm selling fake shit and it undercuts my pricing. That I have a problem with. I don't care if somebody wants to charge twice as much and then buy from me for my price. Fine.
I agree with Gail. Gail says you should just put a little thank you note from yourself in the package with your links. Yep. You sure should. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't want to do
anyway,
that.
You guys are about to get dirty in the chat there. You're
Yeah.
I see the comment there, Miss Dana, and the throwdown by Sandra, and you guys are.
Yeah,
Listen.
but I would never do that because I don't want somebody to get upset. Tell the seller, then he takes all my. I'm telling you guys, I will take any freaking sales however I can get them. I don't care.
Yeah,
I am not going to jeopardise that. No.
As I said, I am that bitch. I will cut off my nose to spite my face.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of thing.
That's just silly. All right, tell us about this this sale.
So I have literally had this for 2 years.
I don't know.
I purchased this in Washington when we went to camp in 2019. 3 years.
Okay.
Because we didn't go 2020 or 2021. Yeah, 3 years ago I bought this.
3 years ago.
Three. 1, 2, 3. I purchased this 3 years ago in Washington when I went to go to camp. Shipped it home. I paid like $20 for it. It's been sitting in my store for 3 years. It was purchased by a French fashion house.
Ooh la la.
For $285, the price you see there. And then they paid well over $300 to have it expedited. I shipped it out Friday and they wanted it by Monday afternoon. So from the United States to France in basically 2.5, 3 days. It was like $300 shipping that
Crazy.
They paid. I didn't pay it. They paid full price. I didn't pay for shipping. I had to go and take it to the UPS store. That's about it.
Ooh la la.
I used their account number, but
parlez-vous français? Jacques Cousteau. Oui, oui, bonjour.
Bonjour. There's no such word as bonjour.
Yeah, I can say whatever I want.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't understand my impeccable French.
It's horrible French.
I'm sorry that you are not a cultured person of the world such as I.
Yes, that must be it. Anyway, I was very happy with this sale. It's not even a great, condition. It is a good vintage.
It'll be great for a photo sesh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the heck they're using it for, but it went to a very high-end French fashion house. I actually posted about it on Instagram. Hold on a sec. I'm going to see if I can find the name of the of the fashion house. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Maison Margiela. Margiela. Maison.
But let me tell you, when we went to the UPS store and they told her she had to go to a UPS hub in order to get her label, and we were just about to go head out on our staycation, do you think that Victoria took it well and took it in stride? Or do you think she loudly pronounced that our whole weekend was entirely ruined and there wasn't any point in going on our staycation anymore because now we had to go 15 minutes out of her way? Which do you think happened, guys?
Rude. Very, very rude.
Anyway, okay. Anything else about your blanket?
No, that's it. That's it.
All right. Next. I sold this really cool Starfest t-shirt it was a Star Trek event in Denver, Colorado.
You bought
1989.
This in Salem. I was with you. You bought this in Salem, didn't you?
I don't remember buying it in Salem, but this is a newer, this is within the last couple of years. I don't know. I don't remember where I bought it from, guys. I don't remember, but I probably didn't pay more than $10 for it. I can never resist picking up anything Star Trek related, even though for some reason it just doesn't sell that well overall. And I can't help it. I can't leave it behind, guys. Can't leave it behind. But so I've had this for a little while, but I had a nice sale on Etsy with it. Sold it for $89.99. Paid like $10 for it. So you know what? I'm happy with that. Live long and prosper, nerds.
So these buyer's choice, I've talked about these. Good. The vintage ones sell very well. This is a vintage. These are vintage. I paid about $3 a piece for these. I don't know if they're a family, but they looked like a family.
Yeah, they all look.
I had about 25. They look from this. Yeah, they all have those.
Why are they all
horrified looking faces? I don't know. I think they're the scariest, ugliest mother effing things. But they sold for $103.96. They were and they had the bases were a little bit chipped. You can see in my description.
Yeah.
So but yeah, they're vintage and they sold pretty quickly. Maybe a month or so I had them listed.
They're freakish things of nightmares. This is like they're just about to be
Yeah, I did show them in a haul not that long
ship.
ago, within a few weeks. I mean, they were listed. I think I have had about 15 of them, and I only have like 2 or 3 left. They've almost all sold.
They're all simultaneously being pulled up into an alien ship and anally probed. You can tell. Look at their faces. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them.
They're horrified.
Look at them. Look at them. Horrifying and horrified.
Mm-hmm. All of those things.
Look at them. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it. Pick them up if you find them. They're worth selling, but they're scary as shit. Hide them in a closet.
Yep. Do that. But then you know they're in their closet. That's even scarier. All right. So this while not a great sale, this is from when I was at yesterday's Fits. I got to like dig through a bunch of $5 tees. And this was one where I was like, do I even want to get this? It's pretty ripped up. It's in pretty bad condition. And it's like, yeah, I will sell stuff in poor condition all the time. And sometimes it's desirable, but it really depends on like where the flaws are. And this one, look at this. It's got like these big holes right in the back up by the collar. I mean, if you had like a hole somewhere down here, I don't know. This right here to me is not super desirable. And so even as I was buying it, this is one of those things where I was like, should I even buy this? Is this a waste of my time? But I'm like, Oregon Ducks, they're, obviously they're a popular team, even though I myself am a Beaver alum. I can't deny the fact that Oregon Ducks are a much more popular team. And so I picked this up again for $5, listed it, and I immediately was getting offers. And I ended up selling it, I think, in less than a week for $40. So it was a very quick, very easy flip, even though I was definitely like not sure if I should even buy it. So I just want to show it. I always have stuff like this where I'm like, should I even get this? Is it even worth my time and effort? And then I get proven wrong so many times. And I'll have other stuff that I think is great that just sits and doesn't sell. So sometimes you just never know, guys. Mediocre sells too. Somebody's going to be wearing that holy shirt around. All right.
Okay, so this is an Etsy sale. This is just one of those, not in fantastic, perfect condition, but vintage, made in the USA, satin edge, waffle weave blankets. I say this all the time. You can see where the stitching has come undone at the edges of the blanket. That's very common on these older blankets because they were very lightly stitched and they were kind of folded in on themselves and the corners. So you can see where they would come undone. And it, wasn't in perfect condition, but yeah, sold for $103.96. It was on sale. Plus $10 shipping. They're very lightweight. Mm-hmm. Went well.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah. I had them listed for quite a while, but still 110 bazillion degrees and somebody's buying a heavy winter blanket.
Yep. All right. My last 3 that I'm going to show are all thrilling sales, but I'm going to be showing you the eBay listing so you can actually see what the shirts look like. But yeah, Thrilling's been doing pretty well for me this last week. And, as much as they drive me freaking crazy, I had one shirt that sold that was listed for like $35.99. And for some reason they sold it discounted. You had that happen before. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what? I had to email them and I'm like, why is this discounted? Why am I getting less than what I should be getting for it? But whatever. Hopefully I'll find that out. But generally, I get pretty good prices for stuff because I get my full Etsy prices even before I have my sales on Etsy. But this one, nothing super spectacular. I do really like. It's got that kind of vaporwave, 80s vaporwave style. The sunset with the lines across the horizon, and the palm trees. So I still think it's like a pretty cool graphic. It's kind of an understated T-shirt from 1989. And so, I listed it kind of high, and I've had it for a little while, but I sold it for that full price you see there, $69.99 on Thrilling, which they keep 10% and then you get the rest.
Yep.
So not a bad deal at all. And this is on the 80s Hanes tag. You can see right there. All right. Next up for you.
This was something that was given to me at our Florida meetup by Robin and Joe. Mm-hmm. Dreamy Eyed Joe, Robin and Joe Lett. And, when you go to a reseller meetup, it's really nice when your friends come and meet you and bring you gifts, and they always bring you stuff to sell. Mm-hmm. They bring you like thrifted stuff. I love that. I think it's fun. So I didn't pay anything for this, and it was listed for a week and a half. I picked this up. I got this when we were there in May, so it wasn't listed very long at all.
Yeah, no.
It sold for $85. It is the North Face. It is new with tags. It is genuine. Is all of that stuff. So yeah, thanks, Robin and Joe. I appreciate it.
They do. If you're ever looking for some good deals on dead stock North Face, I know they've done several shows. They do pretty regular shows on Whatnot. Let's Shop.
Oh, she's in the chat.
LETTS_shop. They do a lot of movie sales and stuff like that, but I know they've done at least a handful of sales that are just North Face stuff, and it's all dead stock. So definitely follow them on Whatnot and find one of their shows for North Face.
Get some
really good deals.
Some
for
good
yourself.
deals for sure. They're still building their channel, as is everyone on that platform. So, I mean, Whatnot is where you're going to get some really good deals for reselling as well as keeping stuff for yourself.
Yeah, well, and I know that they had gotten like an amazing haul.
She bought like a tractor trailer.
Yeah, of North Face stuff. The only problem with North Face stuff is they are a very aggressive company when it comes to going after people for selling their stuff new. So like when you list stuff, particularly on eBay, new with tags North Face. I've never had a problem with used stuff, but new stuff, they are aggressive when it comes to taking stuff down.
I've listed my stuff new with tags, but you know what? Here's the thing: I'm listing it below retail. And I am listing based on the ones that Robin gave me, like 1 or 2, not 75.
Sure,
there's a big difference.
I get it, but I'm just saying I've seen plenty of stories of people only listing one thing. So I'm just giving people fair warning that you always want to be cautious. So I know that they have all the stuff and it's all legit.
Danica said I sold my North Face prize I won from Katy's show, which was donated by Robin.
How much you sell it for? Yeah, she donated it to give away on my Whatnot, specifically for Whatnot. I want to know how much Danica sold it for. Tell me.
All right.
Next. Okay. I sold this. So I had gotten a couple of California Raisin sweatshirts from an online source. And this one I priced a little bit lower because it's kind of faded. It's got some condition issues. It's not like a regular California Raisin shirt. It's like for Scarlett O'Hara's. I think it's a bar or something like that. Raisin Hell. And you can see it's got some issues where it's really worn and faded. And this isn't the stain. This is like where the what do you call it? Is it called batting? What's it called on the inside of a sweatshirt? Like the
fleece stuff?
The fleece. Like sometimes on really old sweatshirts, that fleece will get completely worn away. And so that's what's happened here is the fleece is completely worn away on the inside. And so you can see right through it. So that's why it looks like it's dark. Anyway, I sold this on Thrilling for that price, $69.99. So I think a good little flip because I thought maybe it was going to take a while to sell this one because of its condition issues. But I think it's a really fun shirt. I mean, come on. Raisin Hell. Get off the chatting.
I'm not chatting. This is an email about camp, so you need to relax yourself right now.
All right, we'll wait. We'll wait while you finish that up.
You're kind of a jerk.
Well, it's your item to talk about now. Danica says she sold the jacket. So listen, guys, this is the kind of stuff that you can expect when you come in and participate in my shows. And thanks to Robin and Joe, I gave that jacket away. And Danica sold it for $115.50 plus shipping. So nice. That was a very, very
that paid for some of her Whatnot buys that week.
For sure. But so a very cool prize. I'm not just giving away random stuff because I can give away. Like sometimes I see people do giveaways and I'm like, but nobody would want that. There's so many giveaways that I don't even enter.
I don't want your ugly tchotchke.
I don't want it. Like make it at least have it be something that's useful. It can either be resold or something fun. I don't know, but whatever. Very cool, Danica. All right, tell us about this jacket.
So this is a jacket I've had for quite a bit. This was something that I received with my buyout of the Clothing Vault. Again, that was List Perfectly's Etsy business and Etsy store before they went full on with List Perfectly, and they got rid of the remainder of their inventory. It's October of 2020 was when I got it. So I got hundreds of items from the remainder of their inventory. And this was one of them. So it's been sitting for a while, all vintage. So it takes a while. Now it sold on, Poshmark, as you can see, for $140, but I wanted to show it because you can't tell what the heck it is.
Yeah.
So it's a vintage 90s, Marine Corps bomber jacket. And then it kind of has the information about it right there. And it sold for $140. That was a really good sale.
Very, very cool. Robin, hey, if you want to send some more of those North Face jackets, I'm happy to give them away and give you 500 bazillion shout outs because I always like being able to give some cool prizes and I'm happy to support you as well. But I'm glad you guys are doing so well on the...
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Deb, who are you asking if you have it? Are you having a show? Are you talking to Robin? Are you talking to us? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Tell us who you're talking to.
Robin is Let's Shop, LETTS_shop.
Yep.
just follow her and Joe. I know that she is doing a show by herself. I saw quickly advertised. She usually doesn't with Joe. I don't know what day that was, Robin. If it was like yesterday or today, I apologize. I did see your post about it.
They always have, like, if you just go follow them and whatnot, they always have like 5 sales like set up at any given time. So you can just go bookmark any of them. All right. Anything else about this jacket?
No, just it was really cool. I liked it.
I like it. It is cool. All right. My last sale my last thrilling sale is this Elvis Presley memorial tee. What I love about this shirt is this is actually the shirt that Vikki wore when we went to watch the Elvis movie. This is, as the kids say, a mullet vintage shirt because it's got the little graphic on the front and then it's got the big graphic on the back. And I like this one because it's like old Elvis. But just a really cool memorial t-shirt, and I sold it for $69.99. I probably paid like $10 for it at some point. Yeah, Deb, I'm not doing a sale this week, but I am going to be doing, while Vikki is gone, I'm basically going to be working nonstop for the 10 days that she's gone. And so as soon as she leaves on Thursday, I'm going to be working through the weekend to set up 5 whatnot sales in 5 days, Monday through Friday. I'm going to be just doing whatnot sales every day. I'm still gonna be listing stuff like that because I have plenty of time. I can work 14 hours each day if I want to. So it's usually I just don't have time to do a whole lot of whatnot shows, but I'm gonna take advantage and I'm just gonna see what happens when I do 5 days of whatnot sales with different themes for every day. Britt has informed me that he is going to join me on one of my shows. I have no choice. So it should be a fun week, and hopefully I'll have some really fun giveaways for you guys, but it should be a lot of fun. So just pay attention. I'll definitely post, even though we're not going to have shows for the next couple of weeks on YouTube. I'll definitely post about that. But Vikki, poor little Vikki. Do you want to tell your story first? Why don't you tell your story first?
What's my story?
Well, about what we're going to show next. That we're going to show next. It's not showing yet. Tell your story.
Yeah, I don't have much of a story.
Oh my goodness. We went on our staycation. We were gambling. We had a free room, so that didn't cost us anything. So we did a little bit of gambling. I mean, I think you've been up for like the last, I swear 2 months you've been up. But she was not having great luck on the night of our staycation. So it was like, meh, whatever. And so then the next morning we had breakfast. And then we're like, let's play a little bit more. We'll go put our stuff in the car and we'll stick around and gamble a little bit more. And then she looked over and she saw this machine and she was like, oh, I want to try this. I've never tried it before. I'm going to go play this one. And so she's playing it. And
maybe
I think you won. I think you immediately went into a bonus. You won like, I don't know, $40 on this one bonus. It was okay. And then we were going, and then she wasn't paying attention. I pushed the button. So I'm going to say it's all for me. I pushed the button and then it went into the bonus again. And it was one of those bonuses where you have to pick the different, you turn the coins over. And it's basically like a matching game. And the first type that you get 3 matches, you win that jackpot. So it's like, it can be $10. It can be $40. It can be,
for me, usually
$500.
Usually I get, there's like mini, minor, major, whatever. There's usually like 4 or 5 little jackpots. I always get the mini one, right? The small one, $10, $15, like big deal, right? Yeah.
But the big major jackpot,
the grand,
I remember was red because they were different colors. I remember it was red. And I saw that 2 of them you'd gotten were red. And I'm like, oh, obviously she's never going to get that one. Whatever.
Nobody ever does, right?
And so then she turns over the winning one, and it's like both of us were like, it's like it took us a second to figure out what just happened because it turned over, it was red, but it's like my brain did not process it, and then it, like the amount popped up on the screen, and Vikki was like seriously like hyperventilating, and it was crazy. And basically, this is what happened. I put a video up on my Instagram. Vikki being like saying that she couldn't stop shaking and she's freaking out and stuff. But she seriously got the big jackpot of over $10,000 and it was crazy.
Yeah. $1.80 was what my spin was. People ask, like,
but this game doesn't matter.
I love to gamble. Don't get me wrong. I do, but I'm not a big spender. The most I'm ever going to do is like $3 a spin, like on penny slots.
That's big for a lot of people, though. I'm like 50 cents. I like a 50-cent game.
I won $10,213.
Here's the thing with this kind of a jackpot. So the different games, it's like depending on how much you're betting, you can win higher amounts, right? But on a game like this, the jackpots are the jackpots. So even if she was betting only 60 cents, had she hit the same buttons, she could have won the same jackpot.
Correct.
So it really doesn't matter how much she was betting.
And you can see I had just over $100 in the machine. It wasn't like anything special. It was just, I really like.
She's had like 5 hand pays in the last few months.
In
less than
this
5
year,
months, I would say.
This year, I've had 5.
And hand pay is anything over 1,200,
1,300.
Anything over 1,300, they have to come actually pay you by hand. Hence hand pay. They have to pay you by hand, and they have to make you fill out paperwork with your social security number, because it does get, you basically get a 1099 for it. It does get reported to the IRS. So yeah.
So yeah, yay for me. I wish I could say I was going to go do something super fun and go on a great vacation or what have you. But honestly, all I'm doing is paying for half of my surgery next month with it. But it doesn't have to come out of my savings account.
But the reality is, she was stressing. I mean, you know, she's been saving up for it and everything. But she was, even though she's got the money to pay for the surgery, she was still stressing about it, because she's like, oh, because it's like her sales aren't. She's like, my sales aren't great, and I have to pay all this money out of pocket. And it's like, yeah, I have the money, but it's tough, because when your sales are down, it's nice to have like a good amount of cushion. And she felt like she was going to be putting out like all this cash for her surgery. And so I think that winning this jackpot, it's like, it just took a lot of that pressure off.
Yeah.
And so it's for sure. Cool. Mm-hmm. Pretty sad you have to win a jackpot to feel better about paying for
medical surgery. I know. Yeah. Gotta love the United States, right? Yeah. I do realize it's elective surgery, but guess what? It's elective surgery that's pretty necessary. I'm not getting a facelift.
Yeah.
So, you know, anyway, I'm excited. Yeah, Greg's like, scale up Powerball and Mega Millions. Do you know that Nevada doesn't have lottery?
Yeah.
We don't have scratch tickets, and we don't have lottery because we have gambling throughout the entire state at all the casinos. So the state of Nevada does not have those things. You can go over the line into California pretty quickly from here, about 45 minutes, or go to Arizona and get, buy lottery tickets and scratch tickets and stuff like that there. But you can't go to your convenience store at the end of the street and play lottery because it doesn't exist in Nevada.
Yeah, but the thing is that you could just drive 30 minutes to Prim and buy lottery
what I
tickets.
Just said.
Yeah.
I said 45.
Whatever.
That's where it is now.
Whatever,
anyway,
Mom.
Robin's correct. Yeah, weight off my shoulders and more ways than one with this surgery. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was pretty exciting. I'm gonna say I was definitely shaking like a leaf. And then I immediately had to pee, and it took them like 20 minutes to come back with the cash. And then they give you a $10,000 stack of banded hundreds.
Yeah, because it was over $10,000.
So
like, she actually got the full on.
We need to leave.
10,000 stack. And I was like, whatever, let's go gamble some more. Give me some money, Mama.
I was like, let's go. Time to go home now. We're leaving right now. Yeah. So it was fun.
It was fun. It was nice to end our little staycation. It was very nice. Anyway, all right. So we want to go ahead with our haul. What do you have to show today?
So what I have to show is one of our local reseller friends, Dorothy. Some of you may know who she is. Dorothy is giving up the reselling gig. She's done. She's tapping out. Well, they're moving to Florida.
They're
moving to Florida within the next year or less. And so she's doing everything she can to clear out all of her stuff so she can list her house. And she's done. She's done reselling. She's moving to Florida to be closer to her kids and grandbabies. And all of that. So I was given first dibs at some of her inventory. So I went and grabbed a bunch of her inventory today, paid for it, obviously. Fair prices too. So I'm going to tell you what I paid for each item and what I think I can get for them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the things were things that she had listed, but had been listed for quite a while. She doesn't run sales. She doesn't do markdowns. She doesn't do promoted listings. And she doesn't accept offers. So a lot of her stuff was priced really high and was probably lower to the bottom of search because of those things. She was one of those list it and forget it, just throw it up in the store. And not that that's a bad way to go. It just doesn't move inventory as quickly. So I think putting a new listing up will be good for me.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to point out, Shelly has a great point that you should give me bingo money for next week, because Shelly's going to be here in Vegas while Vicki's gone. And while I'm going to be a hermit as much as possible and stay at home and not talk to anybody or see anybody, I am going to venture out to go play bingo with Shelly. Wouldn't make me mad if I had a little bingo money. No, you ignoring me?
I'm ignoring you. Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about some things that I picked up from Dorothy because I totally cherry picked her inventory.
This is my favorite thing.
And then this is one of my favorite things.
It's my favorite thing you got.
And then I'm going to, as she unpacks a lot more and gets it ready, I'm going to go cherry pick again. This was just some listed stuff. So this is one of
I have a feeling Danica's going to try and buy this from you.
Really?
Yeah, you don't think Danica will?
I could see Danica. I could see Danica trying to wear this. That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
Danica, keep your eyes open.
So, yeah. So I paid $5 for this. This is a vintage.
Just hold that for them. Let them figure out what's going on.
California raisins.
Get it a little closer.
In the box.
Tell us what's happening here, guys.
So it can cover your beach chair. It can cover your car seat. Or it can be worn as a t-shirt / bodysuit. I don't know what the flippin' frig this thing is. Beachwear cover up. It tells you on the back how to turn it into this thing by tying it around your waist like a diaper. I don't even flippin' know.
Wait, I'm trying to get it to focus.
It won't focus. So take the slide slits and string the panel between your legs and tie in the front. Jesus.
Flip overhead, hold top of side slits at waist level, pull long panel between legs, bring up behind and tie in front around waist. Take straps connected to short back panel and tie behind back. Pull tight, then roll excess fabric over back straps to secure in place.
A chair or a coochie cover. Yes. Tell me this is not fantastic. How could I not get this, right?
Liz has a great point. This would be a hilarious TikTok video.
Oh my God, it would, but it is not going to be my fat ass trying it out, Liz. You first.
90s.
Liz,
I think this is 80s.
Liz, I didn't say 90s.
I know. It's
1987. Yeah. I will ship this to you, Liz, for you to make a TikTok video and send it back. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Lady Luck Junk tutorial. I don't know. So flipping great. I have no idea. She had this in her store for like $30. I'm putting it in there for like
so good.
$90. Like, come on now.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
Liz says, "Oh no, not me."
Oh no. Oh my God. That's probably my favorite thing. So I started off great. Let's see. What else do I have here? I'm trying to find. Oh, I paid $15 for this sweater. This is a vintage wool and acrylic sweater, 80s.
Real quick, I was right. Danica says it's amazing.
So 80s cardigan sweater awesome with this big, huge panda bear on the back. It's got like this big grandpa shawl collar.
I love it.
I love it too. So I paid $15 for this. Again, I would have paid $15 at a thrift store or something.
See, now this I'm jealous of more so than the t-shirts.
Yeah.
That I wish I had.
So this I will probably list this for maybe $150. Let's see. I paid $6 a piece for 2 of these vintage latch hook kits with Raggedy Ann on them. There are a couple of different
Annabelle.
Annabelle. I may put that in the title. Who knows? I think I can get, $40 or so for each of them. They're dead stock vintage. Let's see. Next. Some vintage 80s baggy Levi's silver tabs. Not 80s, 90s, sorry. Baggy, size 34. These are super good. These will probably sell for about $100. What did I pay for them? I have a spreadsheet. She made me a spreadsheet.
I know, yeah.
I paid $15 for them.
Look at that. She put together a spreadsheet and everything.
Yep.
Nice little receipt.
It's a nice receipt for a reseller because I paid her cash, which is her business whether she wants to claim it or not, but I can certainly claim it on my taxes as inventory cost of goods. Vintage Tweety shirt. These I paid about $5 a piece for. And this is like a really soft embroidered satin panel on the front. Really cute.
So cute.
100% cotton, Warner Brothers Studio Store, 90s. All of these shirts do feel like dead stock, and they may be. This one's not dead stock.
It's funny because I think all of these came from the Hoarder House. If you
they
guys
did.
Remember
these all came from Ruth's house.
The video that we did, like, what was that, a year or two ago?
About 2 years ago.
The Hoarder House. I actually bought a ton of the t-shirts from the closet. So none of these are ones I'm jealous of, but there was a lot of really cool vintage tees.
Vintage Disney Store embroidered Snow White sweatshirt t-shirt. This is like a jersey sweatshirt with short sleeves. And then that, hook neck. This is actually dead stock as well.
That's cool.
Most of these don't have tags on them, but you can tell by how stiff they are and how crispy they are.
Crispy. So crispy.
More vintage embroidered Disney Store Snow White. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. 90s. A lot of these are 90s, these types of t-shirts. The Disney Store stuff was super popular in the 90s. Here's another one, extra large, made in the USA. This one is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as well. It's like a beige t-shirt.
I like to call it oatmeal.
It is kind of an oatmeal color. Okay, so this is 90s. This is an anniversary shirt for Garfield. 1998. This is dead stock for sure. I think it was when Jim Henson.
Sure, it's a nice size too. Is that a 2X?
Yeah.
1X.
This is Garfield's 20th anniversary here. Super cute. Super cute.
Cute.
Again, I don't know what I'm going to list these things for. At minimum, $40, $50, $60 a piece. None of them are, except for maybe these two that I'm going to show right now. These are probably $40 jobs because these are Warner Brothers Studio Store. And again, I paid $5 a piece for all of these that I'm going to show you. This is Warner Brothers Studio Store. This is more of a feminine, softer t-shirt, like a plus size women's t-shirt with the pocket tee with Tweety. Not as desirable of a vintage graphic t-shirt. So
how much you guys sell Garfield for? I mean, that one, I would say the Garfield one's like a
Garfield's probably 75, 85 bucks. Yeah.
70, 75, 80.
This one is the same as the other one. This would be another $30 to $40 one, just embroidered pocket tee with Tweety. The colors
weren't so bad.
I know. I'm sorry. I think it's my wall. I think it's my wall that blows out. Blows out.
It's colors. Very nice, bright, warm yellow, actually.
Yeah. Just like a few more tees, and then you can go. This is vintage Warner Brothers or Looney Tunes. The tag is cut out, so it's not dead stock, but it feels like it is. Good size, clearly vintage 90s.
It's a government issue.
Government issue. It's postage stamps for Looney Tunes. No back hit.
No back hit.
These are my favorites, the ones I'm going to show right now. Let's see what I paid for these.
I said $5.
$5 a piece. I paid $10 for one of them. But, okay, so this is a vintage on the 80s, early 80s on the Stedman tag. This is the tag right here. Back it up a little. Can we see this?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't freaking know. This camera's terrible. Iron On, Elvis the King.
This is like
shiny iron on.
Yeah, this is like an early 80s.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, notice the way the collar and the sleeve is.
It's an early 80s. I just really like this one a lot. This one I'm probably going to list in the like $75 range as well. I just really like it. Dr. Educated Idiot. No. Okay. Let's see what else. This is a 1970s vintage Elvis on the Sportique tag. I've never seen this tag. Usually don't see them. It's like again, the graphic is, but look at this. Elvis still lives in the 70s. Come on now.
Yeah.
I love this one. This is the one I paid $10 for. This will probably be like at least maybe like a $95 tee. I really like it.
I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hated the Elvis movie. I thought the guy who played Elvis did a freaking amazing job, like Oscar-worthy performance. I thought the movie was terrible.
Yeah, she hated it, but I think it's the whole Baz Luhrmann. You didn't like that style in general.
I mean, but it's not the style. It was the storytelling.
I thought the movie was the actor was fan-freaking-tastic. I could watch him all day long. He was beautiful. He was super talented. He looked and sounded and did Elvis proud. I think the depth of the storytelling for a 3-hour film was super lacking. It was very surface.
I don't know what the hell, how it lasted that long and told zero story.
Yeah, but I agree with that 100%. I hope that he wins the Oscar for the movie through the actor, but the movie was terrible. Like, I hope there's no awards for the movie itself, although there probably will be. Okay, so vintage. This is 90s. There are two of these. 90s. This is single stitch when Elvis, made in the USA, South Carolina. This is when Elvis stamp came out in the 90s. When was it? I don't know when it came out. Sometime in the 90s. So there's two of these. There's a white one.
92.
92. There's a white one, and then the heather gray. These would probably be like $40 or $50 shirts, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I'll take a look.
To be fair, there's a lot of Elvis merchandise out there.
A ton.
So sometimes you gotta do a little research to figure out.
Am I estimating the Elvis iron-on black tee price on Elvis, the iron-on, or something else? I don't estimate anything. I don't comp shit. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when you're looking at, and I've said this before, when you're looking up vintage items, you're going to find the gamut of prices from something from $5 or $10 all the way up to $200. I will price something at what I feel the value is, and that's the price I'm going to get for it. That realistically, I know that sounds cocky, but that is exactly what I do.
If it ends up sitting for a while, you take lower off, whatever, eventually.
That's exactly what I do. It's not something like I'm going to go and find another one and some idiot sold it for $10, so I'm going to sell it for $10. That's not a comp. That's not a valid comp. Most people, and I say this with kindness, but most people that sell vintage items, whether you call them t-shirts or whatever you want to call it, whatever the vintage items are, do not have enough skill set or knowledge to command the correct pricing for their items. They just don't. So they're not willing to sit on inventory. They're not willing to wait for it to turn over. You cannot get high sell-through rate on vintage items. That's not how the vintage market works. So most people don't have the patience to sit and wait for the right buyer.
Oftentimes when it comes to vintage stuff and vintage t-shirts, you're most likely not going to find the exact same one. I mean, sometimes, yes, you will, like 90s t-shirts. Like there's ones where I will find a bunch of the same one, and then you can get better. But even then, you can see where something is being sold for too cheaply.
The Looney Tunes stuff for sure has a real, this trash can right there. The Looney Tunes stuff for sure has a real average price. And I'll price on the higher end of the average stuff.
They're not crazy.
But those, things like the iron-ons for the Elvis transfers, am I going to find the exact same one? Chances are not. Not in that condition, not in that size, not in that exact pattern, any of those things. And both of those are actually decent sizes. They're not super, super tiny, which is what you find a lot of in the 70s iron-on t-shirts. They're super tiny. Yeah. So, yeah.
Liz says that she would suck at selling vintage. Well, have you heard about the soap that she bought for 99 cents? What she tries to sell that for?
Oh my God, totally overpricing it and not talking about eBay fees and promoted listing fees and shipping fees and taxes and everything. So yeah, Liz, you are such a poor educator. Just want you to know.
Well, you got a little personal there. That was a very personal.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. That was a very personal attack. And
yeah,
I feel
inside joke. Inside joke. Sorry.
I feel vicariously attacked for Liz. Liz, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know where that animosity came from. I didn't know she had that pent up inside of her. I was trying to be a little bit silly, and then she cut so deep, and it's a little awkward now because we're sitting here doing the show, and I feel really weird about it. I'm going to call you later. You can cry about it. I'm sorry.
No, it's true.
All right, go ahead.
No, there was some girl that stitched or whatever TikToks. Anyway, I don't know who the person was, but anyway, vintage Laura Ashley. This is more up my alley. Katy would normally do the tees, but this is vintage corduroy Laura Ashley, made in Great Britain. There's the tag on that.
That's quite the dress.
Yeah, this is very cottage core. I feel like this stuff smells like cigarettes. I hope that Dorothy didn't have it where you could. I'm super sensitive to cigarette smell, so it's driving me nuts.
Let me see. Maybe very, very faintly.
Anyway, it's a corduroy. It's really cute. What did I pay for this?
Laura says the print makes her eyes happy.
The print makes your eyes happy?
Yeah.
It does look like it could be curtains or a rug. It's a nice paisley print. It is actually a very, very dark,
straight up Scarlet O'Hara
fuchsia. It's like a very, very dark pink with purple and teal and some burgundy in there. So the camera's making it look very red, but it's not. So I paid for this. I paid $20 for this dress, but I think it's easily a $150 dress. It's tiny, but look at those puff sleeves. Come on now. And it's definitely one that I will use the word modest in the description and the title.
So there's Dorothy right there. It was her mom's.
Oh my God.
And it smells, it's mothballs.
That's what it was. Okay, it doesn't really smell like mothballs, but it could be.
Yeah.
But it's in perfect condition. It's a really pretty dress. I love it. I didn't know it was your mom's. Aw. That's very sweet. So I paid $20 for that. And like I said, I think I'll sell it for $100, $150. It might take a year to sell. It might take 6 months to sell. Again, I don't have any shortage of space, especially in this house now. So I don't mind sitting and waiting for something to sell for the right place, for the right price. Let me see. What else do I have to show? What you got? I don't know. Oh, I got these vintage. I don't know what I'm looking at here.
What is it?
I got some vintage Steiff bears. I don't know what I paid for these. Like, I'm looking at my spreadsheet here. Steiff, I paid $40 and $50 for these. Okay, so I paid $40 for this Steiff bear, which is the 100-year commemorative teddy bear with his little. He's a growl. You hear that? He's a growler. And he's got his little button in his ear. He's in perfect shape. There's actually the box that he came from, that he came in here too. It's just folded. So I haven't looked these up. I don't really know what his price would be. I paid $50 for him. I'm sure I can, double or triple that. I just don't know exactly because I haven't comped anything. I just picked it up this morning.
Yeah. Liz says more like a moaner, and I say,
rude. Dorothy had him listed for $300. I don't think that's I think that's probably a high price. But again, I haven't comped any of those. Now that's something you can solidly comp. Obviously, you can solidly comp and a commemorative type of item or a certain brand of item that's not super old. This one is the Danbury Mint Steiff Teddy Bear Diamond Jubilee Queen Elizabeth. I'm going to price this one pretty high because that bitch doesn't have
purple nose.
Well, she doesn't have too many years left. So I'm going to tell you, like anything else, her price is going to go up. This price is going to go up when Queen Elizabeth kicks the bucket.
So insensitive. Look at its cute little purple nose.
It's got a purple nose. It has a cute little thing around its neck. It has the Steiff tag and the little button in the ear. This one's in perfect condition. She had this priced at $150. I paid $40. And again, I think that this one, I'm going to probably price this. She had it priced at $150. I'll probably keep it up for around $200 to $250, just in anticipation.
Now, does she go? Or no? Boring.
That one's not a growler. Queen Elizabeth, she doesn't say, hello, governor. Or she doesn't wave. Nothing.
Lame.
Totally lame. But I like the purple nose.
Yeah, the purple nose is really cute.
I did get a whole bunch more, but I think that's all I'm going to show you today. I'll let Katy get into showing you some of her stuff. I know, I've been going forever. Sorry.
Ugh.
Sorry, I had some good stuff to show.
No, you did. You had some fun stuff. For sure. All right, I have all of my stuff on hangers because I'm going to be taking pictures. Maybe I'll start today. Definitely taking pictures tomorrow because I've got like 135 items all washed and hung up and ready to be photographed. So I just had to pull everything off the rack that I wanted to show. Anyway, first up, I have this sweatshirt. It's from I haven't looked it up or anything, but it's pretty obvious. It's from I'm assuming a country station, Cat Country.
There's lots of different
Arizona
companies.
Radio station. But I got it because I love the graphic. And I mean, I probably paid like, I don't know, $5-10 for it. I got to see yesterday's fits, I'm pretty sure. This is just a 90s on the 90s Hanes tag. But
I think we need to get a better camera. I don't know if it's the camera or
I think
if it really is the walls washing everything out.
I know, right?
Crazy.
It's that we
didn't have this issue in your office and
hold on a second.
In the hovel.
Hold please, madam, ma'am, hold please. Oh, is that gonna be too dark now?
No, I can see.
Ma'am.
Sorry, we have like windows right in back of my my computer.
I don't know if that's gonna help or not.
Nah, I don't know that it helps.
Now it's just really dark.
Oh, Greg says he has a T-shirt of Cat Country listed.
Yeah.
Did you hear him?
Yeah, I just heard
T-shirt
you say that. Yeah, I don't know why it really does wash it out completely.
Yeah,
Anyway,
when we were
whatever.
doing the shows before, it was easier in Katy's.
Maybe you should use a different camera. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a different camera. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah. All right. Now is it too dark now?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to show these. I think I showed them in a previous haul, but I wanted to show these because so I got 2 of these T-shirts. I think from yesterday's fits, and this is actually showing up as a lighter blue. It's a little bit darker in person, but it's a 1980 Super Derby T-shirt. So I had 2 of these, same color. This one was in great condition. The other one had a pretty dark stain on it. So I ended up bleaching the other one. And seriously, guys, this is crazy. So I have to bleach in the bathtub now.
Like a pioneer woman.
Like a pioneer woman.
With a big stick.
Because our front loader doesn't do a very good job. Look, here, hold this. Look at it. Like, it literally looks like just a white T-shirt. Like, sometimes it's weird because it's a 50-50 blend. Sometimes the 50-50 blends won't darken up that much. So I don't know what the difference is. But I don't care. I'm fine with it bleaching lighter. But
I think it's hilarious that this is the same shirt.
Full on turned white. I swear to God, it was the exact same color as that. You would never know that this used to be blue until you look. Again, this probably isn't going to show up. You can see the stitching is a little bit blue.
Pale blue.
Pale blue.
You can see it on the inside. Look at this, the way you just showed it.
Yeah, but look at how.
See it on the.
I don't know what you're pointing. I was just showing it. I literally just.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just showed it. You're not.
Forget.
Anyway, you would never guess that this was blue unless you look very, very closely at the stitching. It is so white, and the stain is gone. It's nuts.
I've never seen all the color come out of a shirt with bleach.
It's so crazy. I've never seen it go quite that white. It's just crazy. Tammy Wood. Okay, so yeah, so taking pictures of black clothes is actually super easy. I have a video down below. I did the video forever ago, but it still applies.
That's true.
There's a video. It says like new ring light, whatever. But the key is you want to use pro settings. And if you have an iPhone, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I think you can download some sort of pro camera app. But the key is to have full control of your camera. And it's all about setting your white balance. Your white balance has to be, depending on your lighting, but like I do daylight lighting, not only actual daylight, but also daylight bulbs. And so my settings, I put mine at like 5500K, whatever the heck that means, but it's basically the same setting as whatever the lights are. And then the key is using the brightness, the brightening and darkening it, depending, because if you take a picture of a black T-shirt, for instance, and then you go to take a close-up, when you get closer, it's going to blow out completely. So you'll see sometimes, particularly on some of Vikki's older pictures, you'll see sometimes a black jacket, and then the close-up, it'll be like suddenly it's a gray jacket. So it's really about, if you want to get a true black, it's about having the right white balance and then adjusting the brightness. That's all. That is all. It's true though.
Yeah, it goes for red and fuchsia and dark purple.
The white balance is
bright blue.
Yep.
And navy blue. It works. It's for all of those.
Yeah.
Hard to photograph colors.
Usually when it comes to those colors, it all comes down to the white balance, because if you think about it, you know how you can have like a warm bulb and it has a very yellow glow.
Yeah, you can't do that. You need to have daylight bulbs only, and you need to eliminate all competing light sources. Yeah. So if you have overhead lights on, turn them off. If you have windows that are open have light coming through, not as good.
I use that.
It's not terrible.
I disagree.
It's not terrible, but it's not as good. But overhead lighting is usually yellow lights. They're warm lights. They're fluorescent lights. You need to not have any of those on. Just use no competing light sources.
You don't want competing warmth of light sources. So like I'm using daylight bulbs. I don't mind daylight coming through because it should be about the same levels. Okay, so I got a bunch of, Jesse called me into yesterday's fits and was like, hey, I've got a ton of stuff on my discount racks. It's kind of overflowing. And he had a bunch of really cool T-shirts on his $5 rack, which usually doesn't have a $5 rack anymore. He uses like 10, 50 or whatever. Anyway, he had a bunch for $5. And there were a bunch of wrestling T-shirts, which I like that kind of stuff. Like not wrestling like WWE, like high school wrestling, like middle school wrestling. But they always have like great graphics on them and stuff. And this is like probably my favorite. It's a long sleeve one. Missouri State High School Wrestling Championship. I don't know what's happening to that guy's leg. I feel bad for him. But what's cool is look at the sleeves. It's long sleeves. This is clean. You don't have to worry.
It is pretty cool.
I like the lines on it. And then like this has like the
yeah, it is too dark in here now.
The print.
Sorry.
Oh my Lord.
It is. It's like we're all washed. Nope. I'm gonna kill you.
No, I'm gonna kill you. Don't say that. Why would you say that to me? It's horrible.
It's rotten.
I'm using my hanger to open up the window. Is that good enough for now?
Yes, it's better.
Anyway, I just think this is a fun graphic, and I paid $5 for it, guys. I can easily sell that for like 40, 50 bucks. Yeah. Okay. Next up, this one I actually bought. I'm gonna sell it, but I also bought it for myself to wear a few times at least, and I definitely paid up for this because of how much Jesse had paid for it himself. So I actually paid $60 for this, but I plan to wear it at least a couple times on like Whatnot shows. It's on Screen Stars tag, but it is a really awesome moon landing.
It looks like the old MTV logo from the 80s. That's, I swear to God, that's what they did.
It probably is the same graphic.
Planted the MTV flag.
But look at the print. It's the puffy print.
Yep.
It's the really cool puffy. It's in such great condition.
Tell me that doesn't look like MTV from all my friends there that are old enough to understand this, and not Katy because she didn't have cable in the 80s.
But I love a shirt. I plan to wear it on a show, and at some point I'll sell it. I paid $60 for it. I'm not going to sell it for under $100, so I'll make a little bit of money on it. But it's just a really fun shirt. I love space stuff.
Yes, Treasure Box Lane, 5,500 Kelvin. Yep.
Yeah.
The daylight bulbs, they're very easy to find if you actually just Google Amazon or whatever. I think we may even have one in our links to our store on Amazon storefront under the show. Definitely says that. Yeah,
for sure. All right, next up, I actually have a shirt that I got from Sandra on her very first Whatnot, which she's had a couple now. I didn't really get to watch the second one much, but the first one I bought.
I watched it. I bought something from her second one.
Yeah, so the first one, I think I watched a little bit, but I think this is the one I paid the most. You might need to remind me, Sandra, but I think I paid at least $30 for this. But the reason I paid so much for it, one, I was supporting my friend, but two, it's such a cool shirt. It's an 80s Seattle Seahawks shirt, and it's like an old school, like, I don't know who made this. It's not like the NFL made this. It says Seahawk, the Wonder Bird, and Sparrow. And it says, fight a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and a shot at the Super Bowl. So this is like a t-shirt that maybe like was made locally. It's such a cool shirt. It's not like, one of the 500 bazillion Super Bowl t-shirts that were made at the time. But this is definitely 80s and just a really, really fun graphic. Again, I don't know how much I paid for it. I think I paid at least 30, 35, maybe even. I'm not sure, but I'll price it up. It might take a little while to sell, but I plan to sell it. Next up, this is really cool. I was like, I don't know what the heck this is. It says tone deaf teens. We'll see if anybody in the chat knows what this is, but probably not. It's on the soft tea tag. Soft tea. And this is actually
what the hell is that?
I know. Look at the back graphic.
Awful
the
graphic.
Pie chart of life. And it's like 33% sleep, 33% television, 33% work, 1% tone deaf teens. I don't know what's happening on this graphic. I was like, I don't even know what this is. I think I paid like $5 for this one at yesterday's Fits. Single stitch. And so I looked it up. It's a band. It's a rock band, kind of rock/punk band from the 90s in Hawaii. Like, I think they were only around for like a handful of years in the 90s. But they had videos. They won some awards. But it's a Hawaiian group, like Native Hawaiian.
Well, that would make sense. Again, this is like the ninth island in Las Vegas. That a lot of people say that. We have a huge Hawaiian and Samoan population here.
I bought a ton on this $5 rack. Somebody must have brought in a bunch of Hawaiian stuff because there were a ton of like these fun run, like 5K, 10K Hawaiian t-shirts. And then this was on there. I think it's really cool. Yeah, they have like 3 videos on YouTube. I just think it's fun, a little piece of history. I have no idea what the market's going to be for this, but I like the graphic. And yeah, kind of cool.
It's so weird how you bring that next to my face and it automatically makes the whole thing dark. This room is not dark, by the way. It's only 3:30-ish here, and it's 110 degrees and super bright and sunny. And this room has 5 windows in it. Plus everything in back of us. So there's plenty of light where we are right now. So it's got to be the camera.
All right, so this is on the Fruitaloom tag. This t-shirt is dated 1997, but it's on a Fruitaloom tag. Yeah, it is really hard to get to like.
It won't focus
on anything.
Yeah.
But this is a really fun shirt. It says Rodeo Raw, Rank and Wild. So Raw is rank and wild. And then the back of it, it says, I'm the cowboy your mother warned you about.
So that's wrestling, Raw? Or rodeo?
It's rodeo.
Okay, I'm just wondering if it's
rodeo.
Raw.
No, it's
okay. Wrestling. Okay, never mind.
Rodeo, Rank and Wild. Anyway, it's I'm the cowboy your mother warned me about, or your mother warned you about. Yeah, I think it's a great graphic.
Yeah, that t-shirt is well before 2005. Kelly, that's definitely vintage.
Yeah,
like
it's the 80s shirt.
Early 80s. I'm sure there was some point that they were, maybe they were in the Final Four or something.
And it doesn't say that they went to the Super Bowl.
Final Four,
it's not even necessarily from a year they actually went to the Super Bowl. It says that they're trying to get to the Super Bowl. So they could have just been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right.
Playoffs. That's what I was thinking of.
Next up, this shirt was, I think this might be one that I got from Jesse's laundry pile.
Katie's whatnot name is her name. That is
same everywhere.
Link is down below, but it is aboutiqueforhim.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her username across all platforms.
If you're not on whatnot, there is a link down below, a referral link that will get you a 10% credit. $10 credit
toward your first purchase.
Anyway,
from anyone, doesn't have to be a purchase from Katy, by the way.
I think this is one that I got from the laundry pile at yesterday's fits. So it was super stained, but I bleached the Krizap out of it, and now it looks fantastic. This is from the 1988 Olympics. It's actually Adidas. Cool Adidas shirt.
I had that on a sweatshirt. I sold the sweatshirt for $300.
Oh, I'm definitely going to price this up and look at the back. Big USA Olympics.
I had that on the sweatshirt sold for $300. It was like 3 years ago.
I'll price this shit up, but I think I only paid like $10 for it at the most.
Nice.
So very cool shirt. Love it. Love. I hate doing the bleaching, but man, it turns out good.
It really does.
Hold on. Wrong pile. All right, next up. This is just kind of a cute, fun one. I like this one. Out of the rat race. It's got the rat chilling, hanging out, having a drink. Gonna go do some sailing, taking a little nap. And I like this little graphic on the back.
I like the nap idea.
Yep, little rat nap.
I could use a little rat nap.
Yeah. This was, it's on some Travel Winds tag. Paid like $5 for it. I think this is another one I had to bleach.
I could definitely use a rat nap. We are, I'm an early morning riser. We both are. And we got in really late last night. It was our friend Dana's birthday. Not Dana House of Rocks, but our friend Dana Landry. It's her birthday weekend. We went out to dinner and went to a casino and did a little bit of gambling and celebrated. And we didn't get home and in bed until like after 1, like what do we think? We're 20. We're old.
We didn't go to sleep till like 1:30.
I need a nap.
But when you get home, even if you get home late, it's like you need that time to kind of unwind. You can't just go straight to sleep. So we like watch TV and then we were up till like 1:30. All right, next up, only because I think this is real cute. And this is another one I bleached and got nice and white. But these are what, Boston Terriers?
I mean, they're not all Boston Terriers. I don't think that.
Yeah, they're all supposed to be the same. They're all the same kind of dog.
Sure.
Anyway, look how cute they are. It's on the all sport tag. It's a 90s. I mean,
the bottom one looks a little bit more like a little more pitty, but it might just be.
But I think it's just Anyway, I think it's super cute. I like the dog tees. I think they're cute.
You do need some custom merch with that, Katy. I think you need to create some stickers that are like, I'll price that shit up.
What?
They're like, you need some.
All right. All right. Next up, I really like this one. This is a Syracuse University t-shirt all over print. What is it? Basketball, all over print basketball t-shirt. I don't even think he charged me that much. I think I paid maybe $30 for this. It's
crispy.
Well, it was a little bit discolored. It had like a little bit of staining on it. But guess what, guys? Okay,
bleach.
If you haven't watched or heard me talk about bleaching stuff before, this shirt right here went right in the tub with my whites, and it got bleached the F out. Because when you have a graphic t-shirt like this, the graphics will not bleach. They pretty much usually will never bleach. I mean, I've had it happen once or twice where something has been affected by the bleach, but for the most part, the print, the ink on it will not be bleached. And so it actually whitened up all the rest of the shirt.
Put a little Oliver prints.
Little Oliver prints. But this, yeah, $30, but I'm going to sell this for at least 100, Laura. I know. It's just, it's a great shirt. I'm not going to be able to get this for $5, man.
Listen, Laura is spoiled in the land of good and plenty. I know, but
she also needs clothing.
She pays 45 cents for everything she sells.
All right, this is one that definitely had some staining. Again, now when I bleach, I treat it first. I treat it with a couple of different sprays from the Dollar Tree. But I did just recently order a couple more products based on Deb's recommendation. She's been using a combo of, and I'm going to try it out and I will report back, but a combo of, it's both Oxy products. And one is like this big stick that's got like little nubs on it. And it's like it's blue.
You rub it into the fabric.
You rub it into the fabric. And then the other one's like a pen. She uses those as a combo. She says that she claims it gets stains out that otherwise she hasn't been able to get out. I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. But I do use a spray, and most of the stuff does get taken out. And so I will treat a spot, take a toothbrush, rub it in, and then I will go and soak it in a bleachy tub. But this was one that was stained. But it's a Happy Holidays from the California Raisins.
I love that one.
1987 single stitch.
I love me some raisins.
It's on the Juanita tag, Power T tag.
Juanita.
But it looks great.
Juanita.
Like I said, it had some staining, but it is now beautiful. And again, bleach didn't hurt the graphic at all.
See, listen, Laura, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong that you pay more than 45 cents per item on average. I mean, and I'll shut up because yeah, that's pretty much that. And I think I'm being generous because I think you pay less than that. But
everything's a trade-off because like, okay, so she has storage units. Let me tell you, how many hours a week, Laura, are you hauling stuff and moving stuff and renting trucks and hauling stuff to the dump and doing this?
That's never going to happen.
That kind of stuff I have no interest in. Just
I am not schlepping shit.
Yeah. But she likes doing it. Like she has fun when she's not injuring herself. She is having a good time and it's a great workout. So that works for her. But yes, the actual cost is very, very low. But if I took in like the sweat equity, the work you'd have to put into that, I would say her per item cost goes up quite a bit more.
That's
just
true.
Saying.
That's true.
Whereas I can just walk into one place and buy everything I need.
Yeah.
So
I am never going to be schlepping lockers. Now, don't get me wrong. If Greg gets his butt out here and gets healthy and we want to go in and go in together on buying a locker, I would absolutely do it with somebody else. But I won't do it by myself because Katy will not do it.
I've told her, you are free to go do whatever you want when it comes to storage units. But here's the thing. In our relationship, in work and outside of work, when there's anything that comes into play that's like kind of labor intensive, I'm the one that does it. That's just the way it is. And I have no problem with that. Like if she needs something moved from one room to another, she needs a truck loaded, unloaded, whatever. That's kind of like one of my rules that I play. But there are limits. And so what I've told her is that if you want to do storage units, you're totally free to do that. You're just not going to get help from me. Like I'm not signing up for storage unit duty. And so she totally gets that, but she still wants to do it. So at some point it's all about, you need the space to do it in, and you need a partner who's going to help you do the manual labor part of it. Cause she's not doing it. Anyway, next up, now this is another one. It was blue.
But I'd be willing to rent the space.
Yeah.
In trade for the manual labor portion.
Absolutely.
And so stuff.
This t-shirt was blue. I bleached it. Now this one did not do an even bleach, but I don't really care. Like I'm totally cool with it being all blotchy and it makes it kind of interesting, but it's better than how discolored and stained it was to start with. I think totally worth it. So you'll kind of see like the difference of what can happen when you bleach. See, to me, it looks like it could have been done like this on purpose. Like I said, this was blue. Now it still does. Those are a couple of holes right there. So it had a couple holes.
It doesn't look like the back looks.
We haven't shown it yet. We're talking. Okay, join the conversation. Right now, we're talking about the bleach job. How do you feel about it?
Tired.
Okay, open. This is the last one. Are you going to speak? Are you going to respond to my questions?
No. What'd you say? I was reading this.
Join the party. Okay. What do you think about the bleach job on this?
I think it's pretty uniform.
I think it looks cool. It made it look kind of like it was meant to be that way. Anyway, and it says Hawaiian Muscle Company, because I got like a bunch of wrestling ones and then a bunch of like weightlifting ones. And so again, a lot of these are all from like Hawaii. So it says Hawaiian Muscle Company, but the back hit is the best part. I love it. It says Hawaiian Power Cat, and
it looks like a swole Thundercat.
That is a swole tiger right there. That tiger is ripped. That tiger is ripped. And of course, before he posed for this picture, he had to do some quick reps, and he made sure to have as little moisture in his body as possible. He probably did a bunch of running in like a sweatsuit up and down the gym stairs, did a lot of spitting, because that's what you do when you're getting ready for a weigh-in. And if you want your veins and muscles to pop. But look at him, Hawaiian Power Cat.
Ridiculous.
But that you could see like the bleach. It did not bleach uniformly, but I don't care because now it
doesn't have, Laura after emptying a locker.
It doesn't have the gross stains and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I love the graphic on this. Again, I paid $5 for this shirt. I got a bunch of really. That's another reason why I don't mind paying up sometimes for some cool stuff from Jessie, because other times I will get a bunch of really cool.
Do you even lift, Kat?
But a lot of times I'll get really cool stuff for $5 a piece. Like that's like nothing. That's absolutely nothing. So, bam. That's what I got. That's what I got for you.
Good. Oh my God, how did we go almost 2 hours already? Jesus, I need a nap. Thanks for sticking it out, guys. We have about 100.
They enjoyed themselves. They didn't stick it out.
They were 110 people watching still. So thanks to all of you that fill your Sunday afternoons with us. We love you. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you.
We do.
I totally need a nap.
All right. So like I said, no show next week or the week after, but definitely be on the lookout. I will be, maybe I'll post like some sort of like preview or trailer or something on the YouTube for my Whatnot stuff, just because we will be doing a show and I want to make sure I get the word out. Like I said, I am going to be doing a Whatnot show every week during the week that Vikki is gone. She'll be gone for 10 days, but I'm going to take that first weekend and get all prepped up, get ready for it. And so the actual days I'll be doing my Whatnot shows, the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. I'm going to be giving away some cool prizes. I'm going to make sure I have some really good prizes. I'm going to be doing themes. I might be dressing up for my themed shows. I might have some guests. We'll see. Britt has already informed me he will be part of it. I think it's gonna be fun.
Callie Devs, thank you. I probably will. My surgery is not until August 2nd. I feel like I'm preemptively jumping that, but I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weekends, and then the weekend after that, I'm actually visiting with my daughter in California. I'll also be with Shelly. I get to visit the eBay mothership for the very first time, and Katy is a little bit jealous. We'll just have to go back with Katy at some point.
So I'm just filling my days with work and getting stuff. I'm going to spend one whole day where I'm just putting inventory away because my inventory room's out of control. But yeah, I'll go ahead and schedule, maybe today, right after the show, I'll go ahead and schedule those Whatnot shows just so that they're on the books. I'll have to like change the titles up and add stuff later. But I'll go ahead and schedule those so they're at least there. But please come hang out with me because it's going to be pretty much almost my only human interaction that week by choice. But I'd like to do it from the comfort of my own home.
Britt will force you to go to first of all, you're being forced to go to bingo with Shelly at least one night.
Yes, I will do one night at bingo.
And then you're going to be forced to probably do trivia with Britt and James.
And I might refuse. Or I might tell them to come over here and hang out with me so I don't have to leave the house.
Even better.
Yep, I can do what I want, man. So I'm just going to be chilling, working, maintaining her pool for her, that kind of stuff, pool boy duties. But definitely hang out with me on my shows because whatever, not to buy anything necessarily, but just to hang out with me and we'll have fun.
No pants for 10 days.
We'll have fun.
It's true. So yeah, so just to get a quick explanation, anyone that doesn't know, you can go back and look at some of our older videos, but I am a camp counselor at a children's burn camp in North Bend, Washington. And it's at the base of the Cascade Mountains. I will not be posting on social media. I will be with the children, and I help run a cabin there and take care of the kids. It's for burn survivors for kids ages 5 through 17. And I don't have any little ones this year. So I'm actually going to be with 12-year-olds this year, and I may kill myself. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can handle 12-year-old girls for a week. We'll see.
Yeah. Danica sounds like she's got a show coming up. I haven't seen yet when it's going to be. I'm going to be sad though if it's going to be when Vicki's not around because Vikki will be really sad.
I'll be sad because I really want to see Danica's antics on the Whatnot.
Yeah, well, apparently she's got a 70s disco ball that she's putting together, which maybe you're going to need to get yourself.
I'm going to need a disco ball for my 70s show.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, Danica, answer the dang question. What day and what time is your stinking show? Jeez, come on, Danica, tell us.
No, Katy is not ill. She just doesn't want to hang out with people.
I'm sick of people. I'm ill from being sick of people.
We are. She's not coming to camp with me this year. It's just far too expensive for both of us to shut down our businesses for 10 days and pay for, a house sitter and two plane tickets, and it's just to volunteer for a week. I'm very fortunate that Katy can ship my items for me, and I don't have to shut my business down to go because I go and volunteer for 10 days. So.
Danica still answered the question. I'm really angry right now because.
All right. We should just hang up.
Well, I'm trying to tell people when her stinking show is, but apparently, she won't tell us any.
She's embarrassed. She says,
"Danica, knock it off. Come on. How can we come hang out with you and support you if you won't let us support you?"
All right, kids. I'm out.
Whatever.
I need a nap.
Fine.
I don't know about the rest of you people.
Whatever.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yeah.
See you soon.
All right. Bye.